welcome to Auntie Kim's vlog! This is actually, I believe, the first one that I'm talking straight into the camera. And anyway, whatever. So I'm currently at Kodagu, at Madikeri town to be exact. And this is actually my day 29 out of 30 in India. So I still have one more day to go, but because the following days when I reach Thailand, I will be pretty busy again and I'll be on the move like day by day by day. So yeah, I'll probably will not be able to do this video as soon as I can if I don't do it now. So okay. Can I just flex? It's so pretty! I'm here and I'm alone. Actually, there's a lot of parts still. If you can see that, there's still like a lot of other oh my gosh, what do you call this? Oh, hut. So yeah, okay, go back to the video. Actually, I want to do this video because I know that specifically for India, because I know that a lot of people are curious about this notorious country, but so few people would love to visit, so or scared to visit. So in this video, I'm going to address some of the conceptions about India and also share you some of my stories and tips on how you can travel more properly or more comfortably in India. Okay, so without further ado, here we go. So in totality, I've been to 9 cities, 6 towns, and 5 different states of India, both north and south. So all my experiences are just gonna be based on this thing, so I'm not sure whether I can totally speak for the whole India. Okay, but I guess you know it. Okay, let's get it on. Okay, so the number one concern that majority of the traveler want to be in India is that they think India is unsafe, and I could tell you that 80% of the time it is safe. And as a female traveler, that's where the only 20% comes in. Okay, and it's not really like that terrifying unsafe. Like I have to tell you that I never encountered any part that I thought that I'll die. Yeah, it's more like unsafe with this man because he might sexually harass me at the middle of the night. Yeah, that kind of thing. But I feel that if you're a guy, you won't really face this much. So it's generally safe, but you will face a lot of discomfort here and there if you're a budget traveler. I just feel that if you want to escape any kind of discomfort while traveling, well, you just need to cater for tours every now and then, which just takes away the joy of traveling for me. But I did adjust my way of traveling in India. I did adjust my itinerary and also some activities, yeah, because I felt a little bit unsafe for the first part and too much discomfort for me. So yeah, and the second one concern that people have on India is that it's dirty toilets, dirty water, dirty food, dirty environment, and yeah. Apparently, for the most part of the places I've been, it's quite obvious that they have a difficult way in handling waste, but it all changed when I got to the southern part where it's a little bit more organized in terms of traffic, in terms of waste management as well. And I'm talking about Mumbai, Bangalore, Bangalore and Matharan, and Mysore. Actually, Mysore is one of the cleanest cities in India, but there's still some areas where people would just throw garbage everywhere. But I'd like to address the fact that there's actually a lot of clean water available, clean drinking water available in India, surprisingly. And after 29 days, till now, I have not experienced any kind of stomach problems. So yay, to God be the glory. And I still have one full day, so I hope that continues on till I go back to Thailand. Last part that I want to talk about India are the people. I do not want to sugarcoat anything, just for the sake of the good friends that I've made for the past 30 days. So just like in any other country, there are the pleasant and not so pleasant kind of people, and on the first few days especially, I've experienced the not so good side of the Indians. But okay, here's India part 2. I want to tell you some of my misfortunes, so you don't have to experience these misfortunes as well. Some of them are because of my own lack of research, I guess, and lack of information online. I didn't know about it, but some are just because India's way of dealing with tourists and guests. Okay, but anyway, the first on the list, and one of the main cause of frustration in my case is that I couldn't get a SIM card at all. Especially, I'm not holding any form of SIM card on the first 2 weeks. You know, I only managed to get it once I arrived in Jaipur. Okay, so my first arrival was in Lucknow. And in Lucknow, there are no SIM card. Lucknow Airport, there are no SIM card facilities available. And then when I got to the Lucknow city, I've been to like three to four different shops, and like one of them said, "Oh no, cannot, because some other things is just not working in the system." Then the other one again is like not working in the system, and then the other one offered to give it to me for a highly overpriced price, like just 5 times. I know downright that it's not that, so I rejected it. And the fourth one, he managed to get it on the correct price, but the thing is, he told me like 2 days later, activate it. I activated on myself, but then 2 days later, when it's time for me to activate, I couldn't activate it at all. And that when I went to the shop to find out like what's wrong, why is it not activated, and then the shop owner just told me that no, okay, it's not activated, and that they cannot do anything on their part. Okay, I have to buy a new SIM card. So anyway, the solution, right? So I think it's best to really find the actual shop itself and not just the small shops. And the New Delhi airport, international arrivals actually has it, although you will be charged again. But I really feel that it's much better for you to get a SIM card. Like, don't risk it, because India is just too big. And I tried to navigate without one, so I downloaded the offline maps. But apparently, when I get to the destination, the offline maps just stopped working. So it's like, well, yeah. So my friend easily got one in Delhi. Like, he said he even got in like the small shops, and it's like just cost 299 rupees. Okay, that's the correct amount. But after that, yeah, you get it. So second one that I get was like really whoosh, India. Wow, this is the life of India. And apparently this is the mistake on my part, I guess, because I didn't really thought about it, is the existence of waitlist tickets. So apparently these waitlist train tickets are confirmed tickets that you have, but you in the train, but you don't have a seat. So this is something that you all, if anybody wants to travel to India, again, should take note. Okay, you have to make sure that your ticket does not have a WL in front, because the WL represents waitlist, and that means that your ticket is confirmed but you don't have a seat, and you're going to suffer, especially if you have chosen a sleeper bus where all the seats are on sleeper, and not bus, sorry, sleeper train, and like you can't really sit upright. So you will have no choice but to share a seat if the person is kind enough, but you will still be like hunchback, or like when there's totally no seats at all, you will just be sleeping on the floor. Yes, so totally not recommended, especially in India. Okay, and the third misfortune that I've suffered in India is, of course, with the opposite gender. India is apparently heavily populated with men, and Google says that the population is actually 48% women and 62% men. But when you go outside, you will literally just see mostly men. You can even go to the streets, like 2 or 3 or 4 streets, and then you'll just see no women at all. And the sad fact is that when I actually see, wow, there's a lot of women, is actually the part where they're seen just begging, and then on the streets, you know, like asking for food, which is sad. Okay, I don't know why. Actually, I know why they rejected my men, I think, and like the traditional mindset, but that's something that I will have to change in the future. Okay, women are so much more than this. Anyway, yeah, and one thing, actually the main thing that you can avoid, that you can do to avoid this kind of uncomfortable experiences, is to not give so much benefit of doubt. Because on my case, when I'm been faced with like with this uncomfortable experience, or like uncomfortable time with this man, I would not immediately leave, which is something you should do. Okay, you should just, the moment you feel uncomfortable, just walk out. Okay, you don't even have to pay for whatever service, you know, that they're giving. I think so. I mean, you deserve it, man. I mean, they don't deserve to be paid if they're like so freaking disgusting, man. Anyway, as you can see, anyway is my favorite word. Anyway, when another guy starts to give like stupid remarks, like you're sexy, like that, okay, I will not immediately because, for example, I'm in a tuk-tuk with him. Yeah, how exactly am I going to get off of the tuk-tuk, right, in the first place? But anyway, I even tried to lecture this guy, this tuk-tuk driver. I say, Ali, you're not supposed to say that. Okay, you're not supposed to say that, because like I know you're a good guy, but if you say that, people will think that you're just like not a nice guy. Okay, and I tried to lecture that, because maybe in my head I'm thinking that maybe he just doesn't know that it's actually uncomfortable for people. But then again, after that, he said that, okay, you give me a kiss. Like, what the hell? So I think that these people, like, I think they have an idea that what they're doing is actually wrong, and you don't need to like give them benefit of a doubt. You know, perverts are just perverts. Yeah. So just walk out the moment that you feel uncomfortable. Walk out. Don't stay like 5 minutes or 10 minutes like what I did. I'm too kind. So yeah. To in conclusion, you can be rude in times, especially where you feel uncomfortable. Okay, because apparently no is only considered a no to them when you have said it 10 times already. Yeah. Okay, and maybe just one more thing that I want to share is there are a lot of scams in India. Really, a lot of scams. It can be like tuk-tuk scams. Even the taximeters even if the tuk-tuk has their taximeter on, it can still be manipulated. Oh my gosh, like 1 minute can go to like freaking 300 rupees. And but just to highlight this type of scam in India, which is like the online booking hostels, you have to make sure that when you book a hostel, you check first where it is, whether the Google Map address exists. If not, then you have to check with the hostel, like where exactly is it, like you have to contact them, something. And then second is whether the place exists really. Or the first 2 hostels that I booked online happened to be like scam. The first one, there's no Google Map address, and when I already got to the surrounding area of, like, because I estimated where it is, it's not showing the Google Maps, but there is an address. So when I estimated like where the address is, then I just tried to seek help, to call the person, and then the person said, "Oh, are you a foreigner? Are you a local?" He said, "Yeah, of course." Like, no, I'm foreigner. In my head, it's like, isn't it already showing in the booking.com that he said, "Oh, sorry, you have to cancel the booking. You have to change to another hostel. This one only for locals," which is like, what the hell. The second one, there is Google Map address, but I failed to actually zoom in to where exactly it is, because when I hired a tuk-tuk to go there, it's like in the middle of the forest, and next to it is actually a war memorial site, which obviously, why would a hostel be there? So just check exactly. Thank goodness everything got refunded, because I made a complaint. And there's still a lot of stories in India. Maybe I'll just type it out in Medium if I have the time and if I feel like it. But bottom line of the story, if you ask me if I'll go to India again, and if I recommend going to India alone, even as a solo female traveler, or just a solo traveler at all, I'll definitely say yes. I'll still say yes, yeah, but with lots of precaution, of course. But again, even if there's no precaution, even if you're really taking a lots of precaution, unfortunate circumstances will still appear. You just need to be prepared for it, and you just take things step as a step. India is actually really beautiful, and as I've mentioned previously, there's a lot that is not really true, like just dirty water everywhere. Okay, I've survived without having a diarrhea, and I've met, and this the things that I've shared actually, even in Instagram, where I faced with like different weird men, again, it's a case-to-case basis. I don't know what I have for them to be attracted to me, but I've met 1, 2, or 3 female travelers. One is actually an intern from Singapore. Yeah, she's already living in India for like 1.5 months, and she told me that she has not really suffered a physical, sexual harassment type. Texting, yes, like he never leaves her alone, because like every day message here and there. So it's a case-to-case basis, and I really just recommend people to take India as it is. Like, if you come here with like no prior expectations at all, and then you just take the country as it is, there will be just lots of unpleasant surprises and like pleasant surprises, and I think all them contribute to just the way of our life. And I'll definitely come to India again, but it's much better with company, so that's what I plan to do. So it's so crazy. There's really a lot of crazy things. I find myself like laughing almost every single day by myself because there's really just so much crazy things in here that is like super unusual and cannot be found anywhere in other places, in other countries. And laughter is best shared with somebody, so I'll definitely come back here again. Yeah, so I guess that's it for now. I'll see you in my other stories. Bye bye.